Welcome everyone to the SERL Domino's Pizza Truck Series Season 2 Race 13 at Bullit, or as some like to call it, Hartlepool. And this is a 2.3 mile super speedway, and I'm just gonna show you the track layout. That's what it looks like right there in the corner. So the first two corners are a lot like Indianapolis, kind of, and then turns 3 and 4 are kind of, to me, like Darlington, but it's definitely not going to act like Darlington. And also the two straightaways, like the front stretch and the back stretch. The front stretch is on the bottom side of the map. It's very narrow, and so is the back stretch. But what makes the back stretch a little different is that the back stretch, you will actually be, the drivers will actually be going through a tunnel on the back stretch. And while this tunnel doesn't have very good camera angles, if a wreck happens there, it's really going to clog up the whole entire racetrack, a lot like Dover. But anyway, so I feel like that with high speeds, chances for really crazy wrecks, and I think that we should be seeing a lot of lead changes. I think it's going to be a very wild race, and this really could shake up the point standings too. By the way, after last week at Carbondale, Johnny Wurth regained the points lead, and I think what helped him the most was how Luke Walker in the number 10, he hit the back of someone after the first caution, and that caused him to DNF. Now he's 60 points out of the points lead. Not in second place in points, but in third place in points. The second place man points is Mason Jefferson in the 98, who has been rising the past few weeks ever so slightly. And he came really close to taking the points lead, and it's only a 2-point difference between him and Johnny Wurth, so he could easily become the points leader after 23 laps at Hartlepool, as I'm going to call it. And what seemed to be the Luke Walker show the first several races has now kind of turned back into anybody's game. And I think that many fans like myself like that more often of where it can be anyone's game every single week. But chances are, I don't know how much more longer it's going to stay like that. But we'll just have to see. Anyway, now let's get these trucks rolling off. One thing I would like to say before we get to green flag is, if my voice is quieter than what it has been from some weeks ago, I don't know what exactly that is. But hopefully, maybe I'll get a new headset sometime soon. So, unfortunately, you might just have to deal with it. And here is the starting lineup. So, Pankey's gets his first curve pole, not his first curve pole, his second curve pole. And Matt Hoshkis gets another start. And here is the rest of the field. You might have to pause the video. But anyway, we are about ready to like it. I'm going to call it Hartlepool, but you can call it whatever you want. And just like Talladega, the start finish line is towards 2-1. And the green flag is out for the first ever Hartlepool race. And already we have a crash here. Mason Jefferson, Kenny Hamlin. He's going to come back across the racetrack right here. Out of harm's way. But someone tells me we are not done yet. Look at these back here. It is intense. There we go. To grab the lead. Mason Jefferson. Not Mason Jefferson. Charles Belvin. I see him out there. Oh no, we're not going to make it. We are not going to make it at all, except we're about to lead the first lap. And already, we have gone the first lap clean and green. We almost had a crash. But here we go. So we are ready to take lap 2. Who led the first lap? Yeah, it was right. It was Bullit. Right behind him. Then Braley. I see Luke Walker here. Oh, I guess behind him right here. A crash! Daniel Foyle's here. Kyle Kaminsky. I see Hayden Jefferson in there. Garrett Center has damage. I see Riley Smith, Connor Breeden. But at the end of the day, Ben Braley is gonna come out with the lead. So it doesn't look like there are any more drivers that there are going to be any more crashes here. Oh my gosh, no, we're not. Watch out. Oh, here we go. Another crash. Jim Kelly, Jimmy Johns, Andrew Gorman. They're in the middle of the racetrack. Oh, we have more cars in here. I think it's Connor Breeden. So it looks like that maybe more drivers are going Yeah, that did not happen today. So, man, all I can think about is just like, man, what just happened? Let's take a look and see what happened. Daniel Boyles got hooked from behind by Bronk Hedgehog, and that just caused him to go right down across the traffic right here. Bobby Una gets some damage, and then here, Bronk Hedgehog kind of glitches through a couple of strange things right here. And Eric Almar here, he's actually up in the air. Garrett Sinner, he gets hit on both sides. Daniel Boyles gets turned around. Matt Hotchkiss is involved. Just many drivers are involved here. And if we're going to show this from another angle. So as you can see here, you're going to see Bronk Hedgehog here. He kind of glitched when he hit pink. He's just a little bit right here. Philip Goldberg, I didn't see him involved. Abe Troxel was all of a sudden way down in the grass. Oh my goodness, Bronk Hedgehog, he went end over end over end. Real time. Oh my goodness. I knew that we were going to have wild crashes, but I didn't think it was going to be like that wild or crazy. But anyway, let's take a look and see what happened on the front stretch. When I thought they were done wrecking, they weren't. So Abe Troxel hooks Jim Kelly, and we're going to show some here. Yeah, as you can see, Jim Kelly here, he's trying to get to the right, but he can't just always just turn very sharply. And then, while that is not the wall down, Jimmy John gets involved, so the Roman line was Jerry got this bit, but then the hard impact was when Harvey didn't see where he was going and hit Jim Kelly. And I think my step got through that as well. But anyway, now let's go on Wurth and drivers. I believe Bronk Hedgehog will be okay, but God, that was just a wild and very violent crash. And from this camera, you can really see just how tight it was in this pack. A wreck was inevitable. Entering this weekend, Daniel Boyles was actually doing a pretty good job. He was 9th in points, and definitely with him being up front, there was a chance that he could had gained position points, but after this wild ride, nope. Let's now zoom to the front stretch where we will experience the hard hit that Jim Kelly took. Was on the front stretch approaching the start finish line, he couldn't really see a thing. Well, he couldn't see anything approaching the crash. Like, obviously, he could actually see Jim Kelly, but he couldn't see anything approaching the crash. So that's why you just like choose a lane. We lost half of the field after those two sets of crashes, because look at this. Everyone from Ian Saunders to Garrett Sinor is out of the race. I believe, is he in here? No, he's not. Okay, I thought that Mason Jefferson might have been out of the race, but he's not right here. But Mason Jefferson is one of our 3 championship contenders at the moment. And he, along with Johnny Wurth and Luke Walker, were all able to not get caught in those 2 accidents. So all 3 of those drivers will be contenders as of right now. But still, a lot can happen, and we still have a lot of racing left to go. Ben Braley, who hasn't really had that great of a season, 18th point, so he's done alright, but I think he would definitely like to do a win. He's not raced yet this season. I think he's come close on a couple of occasions, unless I'm incorrect. But anyway, so this race with my drivers that were out could be his best opportunity. And he gets a great restart entering turn number 1. We're going to go up to second place a little bit more. The outside is just not much to go. Watch out here. John Luke Walker. Okay, they let off just in time. due to damage, LJ Mills and Dale Scott were able to maybe stay in front, but hey, that might actually help them. So far, it looks like things are starting to get down more towards whoa. That was close. But anyway, Ben Rayleigh here, he has led every single lap so far, but I think William Before here is looking to take away that lead. I felt like that if we had a bigger pack, if we had back of a caution, we might have come in for many lead changes. But it looks like that's not currently going to happen at the moment. As they come down the front stretch once again, and really moving their lap behind her, clear wide. I see Club Crafton. It was through wide. Club Crafton with Walker and Jacob Reed. And Jacob Reed in 15. For him to be in the position he's in now probably has to make him just so happy. It's been just a struggle, just a very miserable season for him. And the way things are going, I'm sure that he'd be happy to maybe not just like maybe not just get a finish in a position like he is today. But let's get some easier. It looks like that isn't going to be that easy because another Mel he's kind of pushing low. But anyway, meanwhile, Malcolm leader here. Ben really holding this lap. I think the next lap should be William Bedford. And ahead of them, we have Bobby Una in 05. So apparently it's not everyone from my team on back. It's not the race, but Bobby Una is still on the lap. Actually, no, he's not. He's actually a lap down. Almost about 2 laps down. But anyway, so he's all by himself, and when you're all by yourself, you're really losing a lot of time. But chances are he also might be slower just simply because of damage that he got in that last crash. But anyway, and he actually might shake things up here. We've seen it many times this season in all 3 series where lap traffic did shake things up here, and here we go. We've approached him. Who's going to get advantage? Oh, who's going to lead the lap? Who led it? Oh. Williams going. Okay, William Bedford did lead the lap, but now all of a sudden here, he's now in the way of Mason Jefferson, Jacob Reed, and now Abe Troxell is looking to go to the front. And now all of a sudden, we're starting to see, look at this, more trooping wide. So the lap car didn't really shake this up. Maybe not exactly cause a crash, but here we go. Mason Jefferson goes from the top to the bottom here, trying to block Biff Crafton. Oh, it may not end up working, so he has to go back to the middle lane. Watch out, Abe Troxell. Oh. Okay. Things are currently. This is very unsafe here. As we go down into turns 1, 2. I haven't said this. I don't think I've said this before. But I think turn spots into today's race. We saw that the last caution, and okay, we're getting close. We're getting close here, as we are now 4 wide. I think we're going. And as you can see, right on the screen, you can see as I think Dean Horton is up against the wall here. Anyway, as we get into the car, Club Crafton now goes to the lead. Luke Walker on the bottom. Getting up here over here. I don't like this. Johnny Wurth. Domino. Oh my goodness. We are not giving these drivers any room as we are now past halfway. But the thing is, even though we're past halfway, we still have a long race to go here. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go, crash. Dean over here. Johnny Wurth, the points leader, is involved. Oh my goodness, here. Mason Jefferson is also involved. Ben Briley, the dominant driver of the day, is also involved. Oh wait, now back up to the front here. Club Crafton will lead the last lap. I think Walker will lead this one. No, never mind here. Because Club Crafton to the bottom. Watch out. Things could get intense here. Jacob Reed on the bumper of William Bedford. Oh no. William Bedford, Luke Walker. Okay, the all-lead show enough from here, and look at this, side by side for the lead. It looks like Club Crafton will lead this lap and all the caution laps. Oh my goodness, what a shake-up this last crash was. Charles Building, Ben Braley, Dean Horton. I saw Johnny Wurth. Yes, yep, there he is. got a piece of it as well. So that might. So it looks like that we'll definitely have points later because of the struggles of Johnny Wurth. Unless something happens to Walker, he will be our point leader after this race. Well, let's take a look. Leia Walker was stuck up against the wall, and I think that caused Dean Orton to get out of the throttle. And when he did that, Biff Crafton was on his bumper. And so these two are here. They get to get out here. But we'll look at Dean Orton just barely nudges Abe Troxel here, but it's enough for here to cause him to turn right up into Johnny Wurth. Johnny Wurth clicks Ben Braley. Ben Braley goes hard up into the wall. Mason Jefferson goes for a spin. And I think Leia Walker actually got out of that pretty nicely. But as you can see, Johnny Wurth actually got he's one of the more heavily damaged cars in this, so his day might actually be over. I think Mason Jefferson will be able to continue. With Charles Belling, yep, his day is done based on the smoke that we saw. But now let's go on board a driver. Ben Braley is a good example about how a good day can go really sour in a hurry. Before she got stuck in the wall, Leia Walker was actually inside the top 5. But I think the thing that I'm pretty amazed about is how she didn't get as much damage as she could have gotten. The newest additions to the garage are Robbie Unit, Ben Braley, Dean Orton, and Charles Belling. So Mason Jefferson and Johnny Wurth are still on the racetrack, and actually the way things are right now, if this race were to finish right now, Luke Walker would actually not be the points leader, because in order for him to be the points leader, he has to finish more than 16 spots ahead of Johnny Wurth, and there are only 15 drivers on the racetrack, which means that in order for him to take the points lead, he's got to win this race in hopes that the damage on Johnny Wurth's car is bad enough to where he cannot make up any ground whatsoever. Like he's got to hope that maybe he'll lose the lead draft. But in order for him to take the points away from Mason Jefferson, he has to finish more than 14 spots. And maybe the same thing will happen to Mason Jefferson too. I don't know. We'll have to find out, as we only have 15 drivers on the lead lap. We'll see what kind of show these 15 drivers will put on for us today. Here we go. The green flag is back out. Biff Crafton. I mentioned today about how Daniel Boyle's leading up to this weekend. He actually wasn't doing that bad of a job. Biff Crafton is kind of in a slow position. He's 10th in points, and I think he has shown quite a bit of but he's not getting placed for it. Could it be today? Well, in this last lap, it definitely would happen now, because if this would have been on the inside in the middle of a clear wide situation between him and Jacob Reed, he will be able to get the lead. Actually, it's not Jacob Reed, it's Jacob Bell. Watch out, Jacob Reed. Okay, the big finish right now. Now Jacob Reed, he goes up to the front. I see a lot of drivers in here. Bullit back for Jacob Reed, Kendall Domino, Blaine Keys could get his first career win. The yellow truck. It's currently he is currently off the pace right here. So if Luke Walker wants to make it to the front and win. Anyway, now Jacob Reed, he goes up to the front. And the last time, here comes Kendall Domino. And this is what I'm talking about. This is like the lead channel that I was talking about earlier. The last green flag run. So Jacob Reed here, he goes to the bottom trying to block Kendall Domino, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Here comes Kendall Domino. Justin Columbus, the Seattle winner. Remember, this Columbus, he won when everyone else wrecked. And the race ended with caution. That race at Seattle is still one of the most memorable races I've ever in the SERL period. Who did lead that lap? It looks like it was still Jacob Reed, so wow, he can barely hang on. Oh, Mike is here! Doing a spin. Yep, Blaine Keys, he goes around. That might bring up the caution. No, never mind, the caution is still out. We are still green flag here at Bullit, Hartlepool. Anyway, now it's Jacob Reed. He's falling back here. Look at this. Luke Walker is trying to get the lead. So is Biff Crafton. He's trying to get back into the front. We still have 3 laps to go here. When we come back to the start finish line. And entire top 10. So I think anyone inside the top 10 is going to be the winner of this race. But anyway, as they go into turn number 2, and now William Beckford here. He looks to grab the lead. William Beckford, he's had a very struggling season. I think there have been times where he was going to get a good finish, but he had a good run going, but then all of a sudden something happened at the end that caused him to finish very poorly. But he is in one of the best positions he is right now to grab that win. But here we go. Luke Walker in the 10 going to the inside. Jacob Reed in the 15 going to the inside of him. 3 wide for the lead. But it looks like that at the end of the day is going to be William Beckford who leads that lap. He did. And now Jacob Reed, he backed out of it for a second here. Here he goes, back to the inside again. He has Mason Jefferson behind them. Luke Walker trying to grab his third career win. Luke Walker is kind of making a name for himself at tracks that are super speedways or tracks that act like super speedways. Like for example, like NASCAR. While it's a 1 mile oval, it does act a lot like a super speedway. Watch out here. Jacob Reed, watch out, contact. They're bumping. They are using the bumpers here at Bullit late in the going. Here comes Biff Crafton trying to do. He's another driver that is trying to grab his third career win. And those 2 wins were at short tracks, but he's trying to grab a win at the super speedway. As here we are, white flag is up. 1 lap to go. Here comes Luke Walker in the 10 to the inside. Will he be able to hold on to the lead? Mason Jefferson in the 98. He is trying to grab his first career win. He goes to the inside. Biff Crafton pushing him. Oh my goodness, here we go. We are 4 wire here. 4 for the lead. Oh my god, I actually heard my voice in here. Here we go. Down into the corner. Domino pushing Biff Crafton here. Oops. Sorry. Here we go. Coming to the checker flag. Biff Crafton here. It looks like he might have this race won. Here we go. Here comes Domino here in the number 08. It's gonna be a drag race here. Down to the line. Who's gonna take the checker flag? It is going to be. Here we go. I think it is Biff Crafton here. He will grab his first career win. His third career win. As they are now 4 wider here on the cooldown lap, exiting turn 1. Oh my goodness. What a finish here. And Biff Crafton, where did he come from? Wins at Bullit. Oh my goodness. How close was the finish? So I think that's either 41 hundredths or 41 thousandths of a second. Just, oh my goodness, what a race here. And if you're labeled retired, I don't know. That's a strange collection. But anyway, so at the end of the day, there were only 60 drivers that were able to finish this race. Everyone else will be going down. Should be marked on that down, but strangely they aren't. But Biff Crafton are here as he's actually going to stay outside for an extra victory lap. I'll just fast forward it. Anyway, so here we go. Oh my goodness, he actually gets into the back of the Bullit Beckford. I don't know what the hell up. I don't know what was up with that. But anyway, Biff Crafton here, he grabs his third career win, and so now he becomes the driver that has the most wins this season. And as far as the championship battle, it looks like that it is still going to be a 3-horse race between Johnny Wurth, Mason Jefferson, and Luke Walker, because all 3 of those drivers finished pretty close within each other. I mean, I know Johnny Wurth finished the race several seconds behind Mason Jefferson and Luke Walker, but I think he'll still be in this race. I think the big winner on all this, other than Biff Crafton, is Mason Jefferson. But how about some of these drivers? Domino, Jacob Reed, drivers that have had very struggling seasons, they get great, solid finishes for them, and hopefully that will help them turn things around. Crafton, he also got a good finish that will help him possibly gain a couple spots in the points. And obviously, right here, we're definitely going to have some like big losers like Garrett Snor, Daniel Voiles, and a couple other drivers that are back in the field. So anyway, if you like this race, you will definitely like the American Ethanol and the Hot Wheels Cup Series races at Bullit, Hartlepool. So yeah, so I hope you did enjoy this race. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and buy. Congrats to Biff Crafton.